Still trying to sand these out. Sand these out and get rid of this texture. Alright, starting out with the 1500 grit pass. I soon make a mistake and realized I was sanding over the edge onto the freshly polished hood, which I guess didn't matter since we resanded and polished anyways.
I'm tired of hitting that edge, so I'm going to protect it.
So moving on, we keep refining with the 1500 until we're really just got a level surface, really bringing up any of the dust nibs that are still showing. So I take a little nibber sander. It's like usually 1500, 2000 grit I was using, just to sand these down until basically you couldn't really see them, because once you got close to not being able to see them, the 3000 pass was really going to level this out and give a uniform sheen to it. So now we're going over it with 3000 grit, and this is the last step before we can move on to buffing. And I basically did this over the entire car. I wasn't going for pure no texture. It's not what we were trying to get rid of. We were just trying to get rid of the nibs.
I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm gonna get this trunk taped up, well, this hatch taped up, and then we're gonna start buffing.
So the tape wasn't a bad idea, you know, keeping me from over buffing edges. But the paper I thought was going to help. It really didn't. I quickly found out that it just wasn't going to work because the buffer just likes to grab it. So we got rid of the paper and we kept buffing. And that's even pretty good even before the polish.
Well, we had to stop. We had a backing pad failure and it separated. So ran to Harbor Freight, got a new one. Works with the buffer, so we'll keep working.
So we skipped ahead, and what was probably a second for you was a whole week for me of buffing and polishing, and I am done. And it came out really nice. As far as I can tell, I have to wait until it's in the sun to get the full scope. But yesterday I got this buffed and polished in preparation to put it on today, but I forgot about the brackets that are on it, so they're sitting in pour 15. But that all came out. The lights cleaned up really well. I plan to get a Cerakote wipes to put over the lights, help protect them, keep that sheen and shine and cleanliness for a while. This is where we're at. Getting close. Apparently I was trying to clear coat my windshield, trying to decide if I just need to get it replaced, call it good, just have something nice, new and clear instead of this old one that's got, you know, lines from windshield wipers and what have you. But I'm having to wait like an hour between coats on the pour 15, so I'm gonna get all this stuff cleaned off again and start buffing and cutting this side skirt, see if I can't get it on today or tomorrow. They're not too bad, so it shouldn't take too long. Hopefully they don't take too long to dry. This thing was rusty and scaly as hell. There's some boys over on the other side that were doing some sandblasting on the hood, so I asked them if they wouldn't mind hitting this real quick, and they cleaned it up really well. So I'm just going to throw some pour 15 on it as I have and call it good. It'll be usable at this point.
Wow, look at those angles. It looks like my back or legs are broken. Oh, it was ridiculous. Well, I really didn't think this would be that much of an issue, but what you don't see is me untightening and tightening this damn thing until it finally lines up perfectly. Me walking around the car to reopen it over and over. I didn't realize how much alignment those things took.
I didn't really feel like messing with some brackets, cleaning them up, so I just did what port 15 was designed for and just painted directly over the rust. Call it good. Because I'd rather just give them a little bit of coating to port 15 than chance breaking one of the bolts and dealing with all that. So that should be fine, as far as I care. Out of sight, out of mind.
I'm stealing from the clips out of my kit to make these usable and protective. These are out of our little clip locker that we have here. But I tried what I can with these. They're useless. They don't hold on to anything, but these work just right. So, just taking off the little foam protector off the other ones and using it for myself.
This stuff and this size, not easy to find. But that's how Mitsubishi did it from factory, and that's how I'm going to do it. So let's see if I can show you this real quick. So most of the clips down here line up. Alright, now that I can get it to focus. So this one is almost a good, when lined up, a good half of an inch away from being in the proper spot. But the rest of them line up just fine. I ended up having to install the lower clips off the car, so I had to take it off and found some new screws. The only M screws are just too big for the new clips.
I just want to say that I was attempting to use the wrong screws that were meant for the door trim. I was wrong here.
Just would spin on the inside every time I just used the screwdriver on them, and I was getting nowhere. So I took them off. I found some self tappers that were a little bit thinner thread and just grabbed on just as good. So now we got that in. I got the double-sided tape on. That thing is solid. And I hope that double-sided tape holds up down here because that clip is like a ½ inch off on these Talon twisties, which was surprising. I mean, everything else lines up for the most part, but that one clip down here, just a ½ inch off, so I had to go without it. But now, coup de grace to complete this little styling here. Made the wrong side ugly.
Yep, sometimes you just pretend to be the torque wrench.
Click, 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 click.
So this is about where we're at. I haven't taken as much video as I'm used to taking, just I've been tunnel vision with getting it done. It's just been non-stop for weeks, and we've made really good progress. So going forward, I hope to get more detailed video going, like what I'm usually used to. But for now, we're just trying to get this back on the road. So if you want to keep up to date, subscribe or Instagram of the same name, BuildBoostDrive, and you can see daily updates Monday through Friday, even before I put videos together. So until next time, I'll see y'all on the next video, and I hope y'all are having a good day and your projects are going well. Later.